Simon Morant says go. They're off and racing in the 2003 Martel Grand National. And down near the inside, one of the first away chives with Monty's Pass, who's up there. Out wide of Bramble Hill Duke. Also Wonder Weasel behind them. Tony McCoy's got Iris Blur up in the front rank as well. Maximise very wide with the Bunny Boiler as they cross the Malling Road. Ahead to the first, and we join John Hanmer.
And this is the most important of the 30 fences, possibly. Carnage here last year. The leaders over safely, and they've jumped the first, going down to the second, and Tramalta is the leader, and the Bunny Boiler was the faller at the first, and I can't see any other fallers as they jump the second, and Tremalt is the leader as they run down to the open ditch. And Tremalt is showing in front of Blowing Wind in second, then Bindery is third. And we've lost Wonder Weasel at the third fence. And as they go now to the fourth, it's Tremalt showing in front of Monty Foe, Blowing Wind, then Maximise, Torduff Express, then Monty's Pass, and then comes Royal Predica as we join Tony O'Hare.
Coming to the fence before Beechers, Tremalt, the leader, with Blowing Wind right up there too. Torduff Express is just behind them. Then towards the inside of these is Monty Foe. All the leaders safely over and heading towards Beechers Brook for the first time. Tremalt the leader, followed by Blowing Wind. Berijan out wide, just behind them Torduff Express. Along the inside is Monty Foe. Here comes Beechers, first time, and Tremalt is over in front of Blowing Wind. The leaders all safely over. Ballinclay King, Fidalgo was gone, mistake by Ballinclay King, as they continue on now towards the Foynaven fence, and jumping it, it's Tremalt in front, followed in second place on the inside by Monty Foe. They're followed in third by Torduff Express, then Blowing Wind. Just behind these is Maximise, then Monty's Pass. Behind these Iris Bleu. Berijan is towards the outside as they come to the canal turn. Monty Foe on the inside of Tremalt. Monty's Pass just behind these with Blowing Wind. Again, the leaders all safely over. Polar Champ has gone towards the back of the field as they go towards Valentine's Brook. Now Tremalt the leader from Monty Foe, and they're followed by Maximise, and then Monty's Pass there too with Blowing Wind as we rejoin John Hanmer.
And Bindery last year's winner right at the back of the field, but Tremalt the leader from Monty Foe. Then Berijan is close up with Torduff Express, and a bad blunder by Iris Blur very nearly went as they go now to fence number 10, and it's Monty Foe showing just in front of Tremalt, then Blowing Wind, then Torduff Express and Berijan. And no fallers at that one yet, unless some of the back ones go. And tailed off there is Chives, who climbed over that as they go now to the 12th. And Monty Foe from Tremalt, then Blowing Wind, Torduff Express, then Monty's Pass and Berijan. And then just in behind them comes Maximise, then Gunner Welburn taking closer order. Chives has been pulled up. Then comes Jean-Jean, followed then by Royal Predica, Iris Blur, Carberry Cross. And You'll Never Walk Alone's been pulled up, Shotgun Willie and Ad Hoc a middle to round as we join Jim McGrath.
Well, still plenty of runners left now as they race around that top turn. A view from the saddle there in about 6th or 7th position, but Gunner Welburn it is down to the inside who leads from Monty Foe as they race up now towards the 13th fence in the National. Tremalt is there as well. Behind them is Good Shul, not that far away. So too is Berijan and Torduff Express as they head along now towards the 13th. Gunner Welburn led over it, did it well. Maximise is just behind the leader with Iris Blur and Carberry Cross. They all got over the 13th, heading to the 14th, and it's Gunner Welburn on the far side with the noseband. Monty Foe in the centre. Not that far away either is on the near side Torduff Express from Tremalt. Further back in the field then is Monty's Pass, and they're out. Then out wide is at this stage Berijan. Further back then is Carberry Cross from Maximise and Iris Blur as they head up towards the chair. And it's Gunner Welburn who just steadied there. He got over it, but he hesitated. All the leaders are over. Caterino is gone at the back of the field, heading to the water. And the leader is Monty Foe by a couple of lengths to Torduff Express and Monty's Pass. Up there, Tremalt from Carberry Cross, and behind them, Gunner Welburn. Iris Blur has been pulled up before the water. Heading now out of the straight past the stands, Monty Foe from Torduff Express and Tremalt. In 4th is Carberry Cross, followed then On the outside, next by Monty's Pass, then Gunner Welburn from Gingembre. Royal Predica back in the field from Blowing Wind, and then Maximise from Mantle Sprints. On the inside at this stage is Calusti, and they're followed by Gogano, Amberleigh House, as they head now over the Melling Road the second time, and Ballinclay King has been pulled up. We rejoin John Hanmer.
Tremont and Tordaf Express are the two leaders as they jump that, and Tordaf Express led over it. Gunner Welburn's got back up to the leaders now. Monty's Pass is right there. Emperor River very nearly went and is tailed off as they jump the 18th. And Tordaf Express, Monty's Pass, Monty Foe, Gunner Welburn, Bayrajan out in the middle. Amberleigh House is there, Carberry Cross is there, so is Royal Predica, and on the outside Craig House as they jump the 19th. And going now to the 20th, it's Gunner Welburn back in front again from Monty's Pass, Tordaf Express, Monty Foe, Carberry Cross, as they jump the 20th, and a bad mistake by Royal Predica, also by Calusti, who's making ground, as we join Tony O'Hare.
Coming to the fence before Beechers and Gunner Welburn with a big nosepad in the centre, preceded by a riderless horse. Tremont still going well. Bayrajan is out wide. Tordaf Express is also prominent just behind these Monty Foe and Carberry Cross. And Amberleigh House is also in contention as they come down now towards Beechers. And the leader is Gunner Welburn, Monty's Pass, and Tordaf Express. Bayrajan on the outside, and Amberleigh House just behind these. We have Tremont, and the leaders over a mistake by Tordaf Express, and we've lost Calusti there at Beechers as they, and further back Burlew was a follower at the back of the field as they go on to the Foynehaven. Gunner Welburn is the leader, Monty's Pass in second, Amberleigh House shows third, Monty Foe the inside in the green and white, followed by Carberry Cross, then Tordaf Express. Bayrajan is next, Tremont has dropped back, then comes Supreme Glory, and they're being followed by Royal Predica. Shotgun Willie has been pulled up as they go over the canal turn. Gunner Welburn, Monty's Pass. In third place is Monty Foe, and behind these is Amberleigh House, mistake by Royal Predica in mid-division. And as they come towards Valentine's, it's Gunner Welburn who jumps it ahead. Gingembre has been pulled up. Monty's Pass is second. Third place is Amberleigh House for Monty Foe, and they're clear of Tremont and Tordaf Express as we go back to John Hanmer.
Ad Hoc went at the 19th, went behind, but going to the 5th from home, it's Gunner Welburn out clear of Monty's Pass. Then in third place is Amberleigh House, and Monty Foe is fourth. They're well clear of Supreme Glory, Tordaf Express and Tremont as they go now to the last ditch, and Gunner Welburn not too clever over that, joined almost by Monty's Pass. Then Amberleigh House is third. Back in fourth is Monty Foe. They're clear of Supreme Glory, then Tremont, Carberry Cross as they go to 3 out. Red Striker has gone over 3 out. Gunner Welburn the leader from Monty's Pass, then Amberleigh House and Monty Foe. They're well clear of Supreme Glory, Tremont, then Binderee, and then behind them Bayrajan and Carberry Cross, Blowing Wind, Royal Predica and Jeddah, and tailed right off is Marjed as we join Jim McGrath.
Well, as they race now over the Melling Road and back towards home now, and the leader on the inside is Gunner Welburn. For first season trainer, we see Andrew Balding on the far side. First season trainer Andrew Balding preparing Gunner Welburn from Monty's Pass in second. They're stride for stride now as they head towards the second last. They've drawn right away now by 3 lengths or so to Amberleigh House, who's running on well from Monty Foe as they come towards the second last. 3 in line, Gunner Welburn, Monty's Pass. Monty's Pass takes it up now, the loose horse preceding him. Gunner Welburn in second now, Amberleigh House under the whip is in third. A long gap, Monty Foe from Supreme Glory. They're the only ones in contention as they come to the last fence in the National. Monty's Pass on the far side. Amberleigh House jumped out to the right. A gap then to Gunner Welburn, followed by Supreme Glory and Monty Foe. They're on the run to the elbow. Monty's Pass by 5 or 6 legs for Ireland. In second is Amberleigh House. A long gap then Supreme Glory, who's running on well, but Monty's Pass. Barry Garrett, he steals a peep over his shoulder. He's nicely clear. He's 6, 7, 8 lengths in front of Amberleigh House. Supreme Glory running on for second, but it's a victory for Ireland and Barry Garrett as Monty's Pass comes down to win the Martel Cognac Grand National. Monty's Pass the winner by the best part of 10 lengths. In second is Supreme Glory. In third, Amberleigh House. Fourth, Gunner Welburn. What a gallant performance. In fifth, then, is Monty Foe. Sixth,